In this sequence, we will demonstrate the generation and transfer of a bill of materials to SAP from an EPLAN design. We have already invoked the Integrate Save function, and we are in the Save PLM window. At this process step, we are given the option to generate BOMs for each of the 3 sub-items. Here we'll generate BOMs for all 3. We click OK and a parts comparison process is started. Once all parts are checked, we can get a BOM comparison report. And here is our report. The first view shows material positions with tag devices. This is the tag view. This is important in the electrical world for uniquely identifying all physical components. The color scheme deployed gives information about the synchronization status. Green means the component has been added in EPLAN but are not synchronized with SAP. The second tab shows the quantity view. This groups components into types and lists their quantity. And a third view is missing parts. This gives the parts which are not yet synchronized between EPLAN and SAP. The next view, the fourth tab, is unreleased parts. This displays parts which are used in the EPLAN design but not yet released in SAP. If you find parts which are not synchronized, you will get a warning message to this effect. These parts won't be created in the BOM in SAP. These parts must be synchronized later on in the design process. The user is actually given the option as to whether to transfer, or as we say, push the BOM to SAP, or whether to skip this function. Let's have a look at what happens in SAP in the area of BOMs. We use the code CS3, and we will look at the sub-item 1609. Here we see the positions which were created by Integrate 2. The top level item, material 1609, pre-existed. Under sub-items you can find the device tags or reference designators which are used in EPLAN. This works for all top level items. Here we have 1610 for example. In this video sequence, we will show you how we do asynchronized parts between EPLAN and SAP. First of all, we want to create a new part in EPLAN. Now we are creating a new motor in the EPLAN parts database. At this stage, you will have an EPLAN part number SIM 0056, but there will be no ERP number. After the synchronization is completed, the material will have an SAP number. We have just started Synchronized Parts module. The first dialog provides you with the parts classification section. We will select the class Motors. Now we can see all the available parts in the Motors class. The colors of the parts listed gives you an indication of the synchronization status. Blue for part 45 shows that it is synchronized. The part which was created in the recent session is colored green. This means the parts exist in EPLAN only. At the top here we have a synchronization button. We click this and the synchronization operation for the part begins. We will get a new material number from SAP during the synchronization process. We will get the update from other metadata which we should also synchronize. Let's have a look into SAP and use the code MM03 to look at material. We will look at 1612, the new motor. The new material 1612 was created by Integrate 2. Now we want to do a modification. This is made in SAP only. I am adding the suffix in work to signify that a change has been made. We will save this modification. We now start Synchronize Parts. We choose the Motors class, and then we will select the material 1612, the new motor. Here in the Details window, you can see that the difference is by an inequality on the name data, which is in fact metadata. After the synchronization operation, the EPLAN metadata is updated, and so the names are now equal. If we switch back to EPLAN and go under Parts Management, you can see that the desired modification will in fact be in place. In conclusion, we are now synchronized. In this process step, we will add a new part in EPLAN and upload the change to SAP. We will check the result in SAP as well. On a schematic page, we will place a new electric motor. We need to choose a part from the library. Here we look for motors and make an appropriate selection. After having placed the part, we start the check-in function using Integrate's Save module. Here we are in the Design Push window of Integrate, and we tick here that we wish to generate a BOM for the first item 1609. We click OK and we start the parts comparison. We will shortly get a BOM comparison report, and here we can see the difference from the previous save operation. The parts appearing in black are unmodified. Virtually nothing has changed in the parts list. The one difference at the bottom here is the new 3-phase motor M1, which has just been placed in the design. The modification is displayed in the Quantity tab as well. By clicking OK, we confirm that we wish to upload the new BOM to SAP. This is a data-intensive operation. Let's look at the result in SAP, and we use a transaction CS03. We select the material 1609, which has been updated. At the bottom of the parts list, we can see that the new motor is now added to the list at the position 180, and behind the sub-items, we can see that there is device tag M1 and an installation point ET1. This completes this process step. In this sequence, we wish to remove a component in EPLAN and afterwards update the BOM. We are in fact removing a motor from the center of the schematic. We will update the BOM by invoking the Save Functional module from the Integrate menu. This is effectively a check-in operation. For the sub-item 1609, we select Make BOM. Then we click OK to say that we wish to proceed. Integrate compares the parts between EPLAN and SAP from the previous save operation and will generate a BOM comparison report. Here's our report. The deleted 3-phase motor has a red minus sign placed against it to highlight its removal. One could get the same information using the quantity view. All other unchanged parts are in black. We click OK to say that we agree with the changes, and Integrate will transfer the bill of materials to SAP. Here we switch to SAP environment and we will use the function CS03. We will take a look at the material 1609, which has been updated. We can see that the position 180 has been removed, so we have confirmed the change in SAP. We will look here at the checkout function of Integrate 2. We want to check out the design from SAP to EPLAN for modification. We have invoked the checkout function and are currently in the Open from PLM window. There is a possibility to download the project file for viewing only, but in this case we wish to modify the design. We enter the project name and we quickly search in SAP. We quickly find our search result. A message is shown that the project already exists in EPLAN and that the design will be overwritten. The software will open the project within EPLAN. As you can see, the name of the EPLAN project has an associated record info number, a revision number, and a description. In this video we will look at the checkout function to EPLAN, but in view mode. We are here in the Open PLM window of Integrate 2. On the mid-left here, we have ticked the View Radio button, meaning that the checked out design will be read-only. The design will in fact have an EPLAN stamp to prevent any modification. As EPLAN is opened, we will get a reminder message that the project is read-only and cannot be edited. So the checked out design is now available in EPLAN, ready for checking and review.